What's up, guys? I've been wanting to make a video for a little while now. I'm gonna take these glasses off because of the glare. I really need these to see, but I just pretend I can see in all of these videos. So right now I'll just show you some things that I'm working on in this series of mixed media collage. I want to come up with my own name for it because I feel like basically like the most mess I can make, I try to do that, and then I try to see like if it comes together for me somehow, if that makes sense. This one is one of the latest ones. Hopefully you can see this and I won't have to do the video again. And I'm not finished with it. It's a work in progress. I don't know what the R is, but I liked it. I just like the graphic, so I use that. And this might be done, I don't know, but sometimes I kind of go by the feeling of, I have something in mind when I'm trying to do it at first, and then it turns into something else totally. And I'm like, okay, let's go with that. Let's see what it wants to be. Here's another one that is very, very, very rudimentary, like it's still very much in progress. So I started working with these larger words, larger text, and I liked that. I showed you guys in the other video that I have so many letters and things that I cut out from magazines, and mostly words and phrases. And then I was like, well, what am I gonna do with all of this? Because my inspiration totally changed after I started doing it. And it's not like it changed, but I think that if you wanna go in a direction, you just have to kind of go for it. Like, don't stunt yourself. I'm so like, what am I doing? Don't stunt yourself and thinking that like, well, I said I was gonna do this, so I'm gonna do that. Like, if you're trying to look for, if you're trying to develop a style, just kind of go with the thing that you feel in the moment, because you never know what that might turn into, right? That might be your style. And I think my style is mess, right? It's like, put all of these things together and somehow it's going to create, or somehow it's going to turn into something. Like, I love that. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm feeling a lot better than I did in the last video, which I think I made 2 weeks ago. I think it's almost 3 weeks ago I made that video. I have health issues, and it's been kind of crazy. I'm one of those people that I've been sick my entire life, you know, just with a variety of things, but I deal with neurological, you know, gut issues, things like that, like gluten intolerance and allergies. And so there's always a number of things that I'm dealing with that really just make me feel awful most of the time. So this past week has been really good. I've been taking vitamins, and apparently that's helping. Anyway, okay, so this is another one that I am in the process of working on. It's very, very in the beginning, but just to kind of give you an idea of where I start, you see, just starting with shapes, and sometimes I like it and I'm like, okay, that works somehow. I don't know why. And all of these paintings were paintings that used to be something else, and I painted over them. It was kind of like practice paintings. And I probably should use a sketchbook more, but I just feel like when I work directly on the surface, like the final surface, then I feel more inspired somehow. And I would like to be able to bring that practice over into a sketchbook. But I feel like when something happens, like I want it to be on the final surface, right? Because you know, it's like lightning in a bottle. Like you can't recreate that. Is that the right analogy? I think so. So, if you have any tips about sketchbooks, I'm all ears. I have not been very good at maintaining sketchbooks. I've had sketchbooks over the years, but once I really started painting, most of what I have done has been on the final surface. Now, my sketchbooks, I've done like doodling and, you know, I put ideas in there, but I never tried to complete something in my sketchbook that I thought might, you know, this would be like a plan for a final painting. That's just not me. And I think we need to know ourselves and kind of be realistic with the way that we work. And that's part of your process. Like if that's your process, is just to get right in there and get messy and figure it out as you go along. That's the thing too, right? I go to Goodwill and I look for canvases. And sometimes I find things that an artist was working on and then they decided, I don't want it, I'll give it to Goodwill. And I usually will paint over that. We have like these sort of vinyl things that people hang in their homes. And I got 3 of these because I think it's a triptych. Can you guys see this? And so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna paint over these and do some collage. And yeah, so that's a new project for me. I might leave some of the graphics revealed. So I think that'll be fun. Yeah, it feels very much like vinyl, kind of plasticky, but that's perfect for acrylic. Acrylic will stick to this. And in this one. So that'll be something fun. I wanted to show you guys my setup that's here in my dining room. I usually put down an old pair of jeans and I use that to wipe my brush on. And I found this cool basket at Goodwill and I just use that to hold all of my supplies, and I keep my paints in these little containers and I can fit everything in that basket. I have another basket where I keep my small works, and it works pretty good. Like for 8x10s, they fit perfectly in here, and I have the smaller ones that are on the side too, and they're sealed so they won't get scratched while they're in here. This is a painting that I really did for myself. I wanted to do another elephant thing and I needed a painting for my living room. So this is, I don't know if I showed this in one of the other videos. I probably didn't. And I wanted to add a little bit more orange, but I might leave it. But I just wanted to show you guys something that I worked on, like a larger work. I don't do a lot of large work, and I just committed myself to doing smaller works because it's more doable as far as storage is concerned, and shipping, things like that. The way the economy is, people are generally buying smaller artwork. So I just decided to stick to those smaller sizes, and that way I can be even more consistent with creating new work. Here are some close-ups. You can see some paper in there. A lot of texture in this. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.